Hi guys, I mentioned in the last video that you guys can ask me questions and I'm willing to answer them. So I'm going to take a few minutes and try to keep this video short because it's Sunday and I want to relax. Someone asked, what's your MOS? I am a 68 Papa. I mentioned that in my very first video. I'm a radiology specialist, so I take x-rays of patients. Do you think it's harder that you're older? I would not consider myself older. I'm 2 years older than someone that's able to enlist, so I don't think it's very hard if you know what you're signing yourself up for. But there are people that are older. I wouldn't consider them old, but they are older and like in their 30s. And I've asked a couple of them, like, do you think you're at a disadvantage, or is it harder for you, strength-wise, and all this other stuff, physically? Like, is it hard for you mentally? All this other, like, I asked them questions, and they seem to be okay with it. It's not. They said it's not any harder. I actually asked one of my battle buddies yesterday how she felt about it, and she said she's completely fine with it. She doesn't feel like she's at a disadvantage. Are you gonna keep posting videos after basic? Okay. I'm pretty sure you can answer that one on your own. I want to know what you guys do for entertainment when you have free time or done pranks on each other, and what goes through your mind when lights out laying down? Do you crash out right away, or a lot of things run through your mind? Okay. Well, for entertainment, we don't really, okay, so in basic, you're not entertained at all, so you can just forget about it. But AIT, we have POI, which is period of instruction, and that's from 8 in the morning till about 5:30 in the afternoon. And after that, I wouldn't really say we do much for entertainment because you're trying to, get your shower in, go to the chow hall, go to the gym if you're working on your PT or just want to, some extra exercise outside of PT. And trying to prepare your stuff for the next day. You're doing laundry, just a bunch of other stuff. So I wouldn't really say we are very entertained. It's really not that fun, honestly. You're also studying for class and just doing last minute stuff that you need to do for the week or the next day. We don't do pranks on each other very often. I think that's more of a guy thing. I think I want to say a male asked me this question, but I can't remember. But yeah, we don't really do pranks on each other. I mean, we mess around. We like to have fun, but girls have a different kind of fun than guys do. So, what goes through my mind when lights are out? Okay, so in basic, the beginning, I laid there a lot, and at first, like, it was hard for me to fall asleep, and it was hard for me to stay asleep throughout the night. But I would just lay in bed at basic, and yeah, I missed home. I missed home every day. That's why I have a friend that's getting ready to go to basic. I think she leaves. What's today? She leaves in a week and 1 day. So I tell her all the time, like, you're gonna want to give up, and this is what I tell everyone: you're gonna want to give up. You are not any different than Harden, than I am. Like, everyone feels the same. So I laid in bed. I missed home a lot. I thought about my sister. I remember one night I thought about my sister and my roommate that I lived with, Randa, and I started crying because I wanted to be home. I wanted to be smoking a cigarette in the backyard with my best friend, listening to country music, stuff that we used to always do. It was done. So I thought about that at night. But a few weeks into basic, I want to say about the third week, I started getting into a routine, and I started getting more comfortable with the females that were around me, so it wasn't as bad. Now, when I go to bed at night, we have accountability at 2100, which we have to stand outside of our door. I'll talk about AIT more later, but we have to stand outside of our door at 2100, and then we wait to get checked by the sergeant, and then we can go in our room. And for us, I know some AITs have lights out, but for us, we don't have a certain time we have to turn the lights out. Our schooling is very demanding, so we are encouraged to study, so you can stay up and study if you need to or if you want to. But since I barely started school, I haven't had much to study for. I've been here for 2 weeks, and usually when I lay in bed at night, I'm pretty tired because we wake up early. Even on the weekend, we don't wake up as early, but we wake up early, and I'm just ready for bed by the time, lights out, or after accountability is done. I'm ready for bed. I just play on my phone until I get really tired, and then just go to bed. I don't really think about much. I mean, I think about my family, of course, every night, but that's normal. I don't miss home as much. I think it's because I have my phone, which you can't have it throughout the day between POI during the week, but since I have my phone, that's more like, it's more, I guess, reassuring that like my family's okay, and they're just a phone call away if I want to talk to them. I think that was the hardest thing about basic too, is that not having my phone, I couldn't just call my family or like check on them when I wanted to, and I just wanted to know that everything was okay. Even if I like got a letter saying everyone's okay, like my mom would update me constantly, like all is good here, no news is good news, like she would always write me, so that definitely made me feel better. Do you have a boyfriend? No, I don't have a boyfriend. I want to say that it made it easier when I went to basic, because I want to say some of the people had boyfriends or girlfriends and wives and husbands, because there's people that are older, you know, that have more serious relationships or whatever. But I just went into basic without a boyfriend because I just need some time to do things on my own and be selfish and work on myself for a while. So don't have a boyfriend. It's kind of nice though, because like I said, I can focus on myself. How do you keep your teeth so white? I brush them. That's the secret. It says, let me in on a secret. The secret is that I brush them. I'm serious, because when you get to basic, you will learn, because you're with people 24/7, you will learn that people don't brush their teeth. I was so thrown off by that. When I first got there, I was like, holy crap, people don't brush their teeth. Like, that is disgusting. You will learn that people don't brush their teeth. So if you're one of those people and you don't brush your teeth before basic, whatever, leave that at home. Like, when you get to basic, please brush your teeth. That is my biggest pet peeve. But so when white base came around, we had more time to do not personal stuff, but I mean, they gave you like longer bathroom breaks and whatnot. So if I didn't have to go to the bathroom, I was brushing my teeth. All of my battle buddies were like, Kane, you're always brushing your teeth. I would brush my teeth like 4 or 5 times a day. So I guess just brushing my teeth makes them white. I also use whitening toothpaste, and I floss. Do you recommend taking a notebook and stamps? Yes, I do. And I recommend taking envelopes as well. Okay, while you're there, they will take you to the PX when you get to basic. I want to say a week into basic, they'll take you to the PX. I think you get to go to the PX 3 times. Well, we did. We got to go to the PX 3 times while we were there. So you have to really think ahead, and like I think it's every 3 weeks you get to go. So I would recommend bringing 2 books of stamps if you write a lot. I wrote a lot of letters, so 2 books of stamps and a notebook. Yes, they won't take any of that stuff away from you. I've been meaning to do a new packing list too, because a lot of the stuff that I brought with me, they made me throw it away. So I'll do a new packing list when I get a chance. Let's see. Why did you decide to abandon college to join the military? Okay, so I was living on my own, well, with my sister and my roommate, and I was going to school full-time as a biomed major, and I was working 30 hours a week at a brewery, so just balancing my bills and my grades was super hard. I was taking some really hard classes, so I decided, before I went to college, my dad was in the military, like I said in the first video. He was encouraging me to join the military, and of course he wanted me to join Air Force, but any branch. He was just like, the military is a good opportunity, you know, they'll help you with school and all this other stuff. So my senior year I got a scholarship, and I ended up picking a college because I could go to any college in state. So I picked a college and I went there, and it wasn't full ride, so I still had to, you know, pay like bills here and there, pay for food and other things. So that started getting really expensive, and by the time my sophomore year ended, I was not sick of school, because I enjoy going to school, but my classes are really hard, and I wanted a little break from school, and I always wanted to be in the military, so I decided to just, you know, go for it. And I dropped my scholarship, which kind of sucks, but it was nice to experience college life. I think that if I went straight into the military after high school, I would have been, you know, wondering what college was like, and then I kind of probably would have been miserable here, like thinking, oh, I should have went to college and lived, you know, the college life like everyone else, or everyone else my age. But I got a taste of that, and now I'm here and I'm satisfied. The grass is always greener on the other side, but I'm happy with where I'm at, and I do plan on going back to school. My AIT is a year long, which is really long. It's really long, longer than the average AIT. And for those of you that don't know, it's Advanced Individual Training. So it's the training for my job. But Mine is really long, and I'm not allowed to be enrolled in school while I'm here. So I plan on getting back in as soon as my AIT ends, but we'll see what happens. I can only really say what's going to happen tomorrow or happen now. I can't really think too much ahead. Plans always change. If you guys have any more questions, just let me know. I will talk to you guys later.